important thing that we do in the kitchen before we ever get started with any recipe, anything that you received in your boxes. Get some wine. We're in the kitchen today and we're going to cook one of my favorite recipes out of the book that you, my subscribers, got on their Andiamo boxes. If you guys don't know what we do, every other month I have boxes that get delivered to your home and they are having an Italian theme. Every box has something that is yummy, something that's fun, and something that's handcrafted. And then I've got an upgraded premium box where you get a little extra something from me. So this month's theme was in the kitchen, and we are going to be cooking with cucina povera. And today's recipe is my very favorite, and anybody can do it. To prove anyone can do it, I brought my daughter along. Hi, Rowan. Okay, and we are going to be making a tomato bread soup. So one of the cool things about cucina povera is that it's the poor kitchen. A lot of the recipes that come out of Tuscany were made just out of ingredients that were available at the time. So this soup was a specialty that they would take all the bread that was stale and disgusting and gross and hard as a rock, and they turn it into a delicious fresh recipe. So it's super easy. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat our oil up and we're going to add garlic and red peppers to it. So you ready? You want to do this? Okay, I want you to dump that bottle in there. Right into that pan, okay?
The whole bottle?
Yeah, the whole bottle, and then I want you to add that garlic to it. Just put the whole garlic in there. Good job. Technically it's half a cup, but this is how I cook. Okay, I'm gonna tip it, and then we're gonna put 3 cloves of garlic that have been halved. There you go. And the whole point of what we're doing right now is just to season the oil. So we want to keep it warm, but we don't want to burn the garlic. And then crushed red pepper. So you can kind of add this to your taste. Ready? I'm going to help you with this one, okay? There we go. We're going to have it a little spicy. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll be right back. All right, so we are just getting, can you smell that? Can you smell the garlic? We're just getting to the point where we're gonna pull the garlic out. And remember, we're just, we're seasoning, we're flavoring the oil. What do you think? Good? Should we do it? All right, so you're gonna wanna leave as much of the oil as you can in here. So you just get a slotted spoon, scoop it out, and then Rowan, we're gonna add the tomatoes. So you can help me with that part, okay? So this is the best thing that you can do, and it's in most grocery stores. This is the brand that I have here, even in Little Montana. But you want to make sure that you're getting these Italian crushed tomatoes, and it'll say on there, not from concentrate. These guys, even in Italy, they will use canned tomatoes because you're capturing it at the peak of freshness. It's a lot more acidic if you try to use fresh tomatoes, so always use canned, and always do this, no store-bought stuff. Okay, ready? Now we want to go kind of slow so it doesn't splash on you. Oop, did it get you? That's okay. This side of the pan. Okay. Want to try it again? Hold it up here. There we go. Good. Now, this isn't in your recipe, but it's something that I like to do. I am addicted to the tomato paste. So I like to just put just a little squeeze in. And if you guys ever get a chance to buy this, and open it side by side with like a Hunt's tomato paste, even the color is totally different. You guys can see how like really deep red that is. Wanna lick it? Tastes like a tomato. How is it? I love it. So I just do a little squeeze, gives it just a little bit more oomph. All right, so we're gonna sit and let this simmer for 15 minutes, but while we're waiting, we are going to take care of the bread part of the recipe. Now I just use whatever bread you have left over, or if you're like me today and you didn't have any left over, you can just go get some at the store. But you want to make sure it's stale, hard and crispy. So here's our bread. All right, let's bring your chair over. This is the fun part. Wiping our hands off with our towels included in the package. Okay, so you're gonna grab a bread. Ready? Grab a garlic and rub. So what we're doing is we are literally just like painting garlic onto the bread, and it should start to just come right off, right down to the nubs. So you probably can't see it, but if you're here, you could smell it. Okay, when you're done, that's all right. And that's why you want it stale, because if it's too soft, you're gonna push this right through. Just keep going. It's gonna be really messy, super delicious. And we're gonna do that to all this bread, and then after 15 minutes of the simmering, we're gonna add this in. All right, so everybody go grate your bread. We'll see you in a second. Okay, so this is the very last step here. We've got the tomato, so the tomatoes have been simmering here for about 15 minutes. So we're going to start adding the bread that's got the garlic that we've rubbed on both sides. So I want you just to put it in there. Now the recipe, go ahead and set it in. The recipe says to put it in a heat-proof pan. I don't have it, so this is my little way that I've changed the recipe. So I just put the bread directly in here. Okay, keep going. And just like a little puzzle, get as much as you can. Good job. Get a little, there we go. Good. Put one right in there. I'm gonna help you because it's starting to spit, okay? And then let's do, ooh, this one has a lot of, no, that one, this one has a lot of garlic on it. Okay, we're gonna see, that might be enough. Sometimes I add a little bit more. I just wanna make sure we don't overdo it on the bread. We wanna really have that tomato taste. Okay, now, pour in the vegetable stock, and we're just gonna do it right over it. Let's do one more piece of bread. What do you think? Can you get that one in there? Yeah. Perfect. Oops, sorry, babe. Okay, it's gonna just start coming together and breaking apart. It just takes a couple minutes. Okay. And then we'll let this break apart and we serve it, and we will top it with some basil and a little bit, it's not on your recipe, but some Parmesan Reggiano, because that's what I love. All right, so are you ready? You gonna serve everybody? I don't know if you guys can see, but the bread got broken down and incorporated. It's simple, that's it. I put a little bit of salt on it, so just salt to taste. And you wanna serve it right away, nice and warm. And I like to add Parmesan Reggiano. So this is in everybody's box this time. And it's 24-month aged DOP Parm Reggiano from just outside of Bologna. It's actually a little place that I toured. I'm gonna have a whole blog post on next week on that visit over there. Okay, so put some cheese on. Oh, girlfriend, lots of cheese. There you go. Okay, and then sprinkle a couple leaves. Beautiful. There you go. Can I open it? We can have a bloopers page. This is tight. Really tight. Okay. All right, so this is.